I'm Isabel Gustafson, Senior Editor for Club and Resort Chef. I'm here today with Phillip Woods, Executive Chef at Bigfoot Country Club. Thanks for joining us today, Chef.
Hi, how are you?
Good, nice to see you.
Very nice to see you too.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, long story short, before I was a chef, I was in corporate America for 20 some odd years. Food was always my passion, or cooking was my passion. Oh, yeah, food too. But when my kids were grown, I decided to chase my dream and become a chef. So I went to culinary school when I was 40. And here I am today. Long story short.
What got you into the club space in particular?
So the first club that I was employed by is the East Bank Club in Chicago, Illinois. Big city club, 15,000 members, food factory, 40 chefs, 40 cooks. I was a member when I was in corporate America of the East Bank Club. And so I found out that they had an internship. So when I decided to go to culinary school, I just went there because there was a comfortability, actually. That along with the fact that I was joining this game later in life, I thought that the club route would be a better I'll say educational route, but my skill set and then learning, I thought was good. It was a good idea to go that route.
What challenges did you find with starting in the culinary industry a bit older?
Well, if we go back to culinary school, a lot of kids don't know that it's a lot of work. So initially, that was a challenge. But then once you get in the flow and you know it's what you want to do, it becomes a lot easier.
Tell us a bit about your club.
Bigfoot Country Club. We're about to turn 100 next year.
Congratulations.
Yes. It's about 450 members, a small private club. It sits in the Lake Geneva area of Wisconsin. So we have lots of clubs around. It's Grand Geneva, Geneva National. There's a lot of big time golf and country clubs there. It's a very popular place, and it's just kind of a cool little spot. It's a nice course.
As a club with that much history, how does that impact the food and beverage program?
Well, now that's a good question. When I first got there, I went through let's assess equipment, let's see what the team is, on all of those type of things. But basically, bringing the kitchen into the 21st century would be the best answer I could give to that. They're very generous in capital budget dollars to me every year, so I get to change a lot of things out, and we're pretty much up to the new world, for lack of a better term.
And you've been there about 7 years now, is that right?
Yes. Okay. This is my 7th year.
How do you keep menus interesting?
Now that's a loaded question. I have not had some of the things that some of the club chefs have had. I've been able to do what I want on a menu. But committees change every 2 years, and now it's a little bit of a challenge because they kind of want to go back to some of the classic items that have been in clubs for quite some time. And obviously I'm a little bit resistant to that. But it's their club. It's not my club. It's their food. It's not my food. So I do what they want now. But I mean, I'm also able to do a lot of, I call cool things through specials. It keeps the team engaged. It keeps them happy, and they're not bored.
Have you had any specials lately that you're excited about?
I mean, any seafood is really what my bread and butter is. That and smoked meats. But I do a smoked short rib lollipop that's pretty cool and very tasty and different, right?
We'll have to get the recipe for you.
Absolutely. It's a bone-in short. I'll send you pictures.
Perfect.
It's a bone-in short rib lollipop. It's pretty cool.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Chef.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
For more like this, visit clubandresortchef.com.